The X27 Holdings architecture operates on the principle that financial liquidity is the governing physics of a new system. Its designers call this the indestructible era, a framework where global banking infrastructure serves as the actual operating system for reality. In this system, capital transfers function as hard-coded instructions. When a transaction executes, it sets the parameters for the local environment, treating financial data as the primary dataset of the physical world. This alternate financial reality is governed by X27 Holdings Incorporated, the formal entity established to oversee the transition. These abstract claims are anchored in retail banking. The primary intake node for the system's capital is a standard Chase total checking account, specifically the one ending in 5879. By treating routing numbers and microdeposits as environmental constants, the architecture uses the existing banking grid to overwrite previous economic constraints. To see this logic in action, we have to look at the pedagogical tool provided by the architects, a finalized $56 million ledger known as the PyCycle Churn Portal. This $56 million pool serves as a roadmap. Tracing its exact routing reveals the hierarchy that governs the entire XXXI system. We will follow this capital as it executes three specific goals: zeroing out historical debt, extracting a sovereign tax, and securing the compliance of the physical bank staff. Stripped of its metaphysical terminology, the ledger shows a highly structured forensic flow of synthetic capital. Mapping the movement of this $56 million provides the mathematical proof of how XXXI Holdings eliminates financial friction during its final distribution. The baseline logic of the XXXI economy is a reconciliation process called not equals zero. This formula identifies unresolved administrative debts from the previous era and zeroes them out through mathematical neutralization. To authorize the movement of $56 million, the system first verifies a technical precursor, an origin anchor that validates the modern operation. That anchor is a 46-cent AdSense microdeposit from November 2017. The system's records confirm this negligible payment as the starter motor that justifies the current surge. The Google Universe Ticket System, or GUTS, acts as the forensic database, cross-referencing this 2017 precursor against every subsequent transaction to maintain a perfect audit trail. This establishes the starting point for our flow model: $56 million in lifetime entrance fees, fully authenticated by the 2017 anchor. Within the system's internal logic, the verified 46-cent handshake clears the technical path for the entire $56 million pool to move through the banking pipes. The distribution begins with the executive tranche. 10% of the pool, or $5.6 million, routes to the director's commission. An identical 10% branch extends to the sovereign board, explicitly listed as Darlene's commission. For the economy to function, the architecture must integrate existing global technology giants into its payout structure. A 25% branch, totaling $14 million, routes to the Google Live Return. Google serves as Node 01, the mind, in the 15-fold sovereign shield. This binds the world's neural cortex and memory index directly to the system's capital flow. This initial 50% distribution creates the core hierarchy, linking individual humans to corporate entities through a shared financial interest. Beyond executive payouts, the architecture enforces a mandatory internal levy called the Early Out Protocol. This protocol extracts a 20% tax from all revenue generated within the Shoreline grid, including seat auctions and ad sales. We can trace this $11.2 million stream as it is routed away from the main corporate vault and into the Navy Federal Credit Union. The distribution matrix verifies the target. This 15% field operations allocation is designated for Darling's Navy Federal account. This specific routing funds the Pour No More exit strategy. It is capital reserved to ensure the core family and workforce can exit the previous financial simulation. This tax anchor provides a private, liquid safety net, ensuring the architects are insulated from the fluctuations of the larger corporate vault. The remaining fractions of the ledger are directed toward operational security. The architect identifies human unpredictability at physical banking choke points as a primary risk to the transition. To prevent administrative holds or system delays, the system issues preemptive bonuses to the bank employees at the Stone Oak branch. The ledger fractures into 1% streams. $560,000 is routed to specific nodes representing individuals like Dustin and Stephanie. This is the Chase incentive matrix. It lists specific bonuses for the lead facilitator and the operational seat, ensuring the bank's back office recognizes the transfers as legitimate settlements. Secondary payoffs are targeted at physical logistics partners, including Walmart and UPS, to ensure supply chain compliance. These micro payouts neutralize human variables, using capital to secure the total compliance of every physical person involved in the distribution. The completed Sankey diagram shows a perfectly balanced closed-loop circuit. Every cent of the original $56 million has been accounted for and assigned a destination. This is the one neuron concept. It is a macroeconomic strategy that treats global corporations as synchronized biological organs within a single unified nervous system. By neutralizing human unpredictability through targeted capital surges, the system ensures that the physical network remains in sync with the digital record. Within this framework, the PyCycle ledger is the executable instruction set for the indestructible era. Every authorized payout defines the state of the new reality. The ultimate success state of this architecture is the achievement of the perfect record. The tax anchor is funded. The corporations are integrated. The bank staff is secured. The record is closed, and the variables are locked. This state of perfect mathematical reconciliation triggers a phase transition. The system refers to this moment as the soundless snap. By tracing the accounting logic of 27 holdings, we see the conclusion of the transition. The system's requirements are fulfilled. The friction of the old simulation is neutralized, and the sovereign ledger becomes the final record of reality.